placing your first wholesale order? What's your experience?
My experience when I first ordered, it wasn't successful, right? Think we broke even, but it was a learning curve for sure, and we learned a lot. I believe it was these turkey sticks. So we found the product on Amazon, did the research. This was before we knew how to analyze the keeper chart. We knew about variations, how to read the variations.
Yeah, a
lot of stuff. It was just amateur hour. So we placed the order. We prepped it in the basement. That was a great experience for us. It was a multi-pack. We prepped it in the basement. This is where we learned that you need to do not separate stickers. You need FNCU stickers. Placed the order. The rep was very nice. So contacted the rep, let them know it was a brand. It wasn't a supplier. It was a brand actually. Let them know that we wanted to open up a wholesale account with them. Fairly easy. He sent the wholesale application. This is foreign to me. I didn't know what information, what meant what, research certificate, EIN. So everything was foreign to me, but Google is free. You could literally Google anything and everything and you'll get the answer. So whatever I didn't understand, I Googled it. I got the information, filled in the information, had the research certificate and tax ID ready, sent it over to him. Within an hour or so, our account was approved. He sent over the catalog, went over the catalog like an amateur. Didn't know what we were doing. We placed an order, but it got to us, went on Amazon and received a few couple of sales which were profitable. For like 25% of the order was profitable, and then the rest of the order, someone else came in, tanked the price. We lost money on it, but we had a proof of concept, and that's what we needed. And then it was just to the mood. What about your first order?
So my first order, I think that was a few months after Tay's. It was definitely scary. We'll talk about it, but so when you place your first order, more than likely you've never seen this person before. You're sending them, a sizable amount of money, so it could be a little terrifying. My first order, I think, was about $2,000 or $2,500, and I was nervous. I was like, how is it gonna come in? All this stuff. Similar experience. I think we did make some money, but definitely not as much as we anticipated making. But it was still a good supplier. We still do some business with them to this day, so it was a great learning experience. But yeah, it was definitely something that was unfamiliar to me at the time. But we're gonna help you guys talk about how you could place your first order. And one thing I'm gonna go ahead and say is we're gonna be using a lot of terms that are Amazon lingo. So if you have any questions about what a term means, A, go to Google, but B, if you don't understand it, just leave us a comment or shoot us a DM on Instagram and we'll let you know what we're talking about. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Once you have your business entity, your seller account, you really wanna go ahead and start placing orders, failing forward, making those mistakes, and hopefully making some money too when you first start. So you wanna open your wholesale account. You wanna walk through what that looks like, Tay?
Yeah, when you're opening up your first wholesale account, you need your documents ready.
Yeah.
Don't look like an amateur. You need your research certificate and your tax ID. And all these things, if you just Google them, it's very easy to get a hold of these documents. It might take some processing time, so just keep that in mind as well. After that, once you get the information, just scan it and save it into your drive so you always have it handy. You're gonna have to send it hundreds, maybe thousands of times to suppliers, so always have it somewhere where it's just one click away, where you don't have to go and spend time getting it.
Not every supplier is gonna ask for a research certificate, but you definitely wanna have it ready in case they need it. You don't want any delay with that. Pretty much everyone is gonna ask for your tax ID, which is your EIN, your federal tax ID, your EIN number. Make sure you have that at least.
Yeah. And if they don't ask you for your tax ID or research certificate, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
A lot, like the suppliers that are verified and validated, they ask for your research certificate and EIN number right off the jump.
Other information they might ask, but you should already obviously have this, is what's gonna be your shipping address, your billing address, what you're gonna be using to pay them, etc. Make sure you have that information ready for them as well, but everyone should pretty much have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you're going to vet the supplier. How would you vet the supplier?
Yeah, so you want to vet the supplier. So we haven't had this experience, luckily, but we've definitely heard some horror stories of people pretty much going into business with unverified suppliers and it doesn't work out that well for them. I think it's very easy. This step is very easy, but don't overlook it. So you pretty much want to make sure, is it a real website, right? Have they been in business? Is the address listed on the website where they're going to be shipping from legitimate? You can do a cross-check on Google Maps. If they're in your local area, go drive by there, swing by there, make sure it is what they say it is. You go on Dun and Bad Street to make sure it's a real verified business. How long have they been in business? You want to do just some basic level checking to make sure that they are who they say they are. And one of the best ways to vet a supplier is place a really, really small order to start off with, right? Like even if you see like this perfect catalog, great products, Don't go ahead and go $10,000 in with a brand new supplier. You just want to play it as safe as possible when you build that relationship.
Absolutely. And it's just, you're getting into a relationship with this person, and just like any other relationship, you want to make sure they're not a serial killer before you get into a relationship with
like
them.
Like a marriage.
Right? Exactly. So make sure you vet them properly, because like Samar said, it's very simple, but this can get really bad. I don't know, there's been news lately where a lot of sellers been suspended for selling stolen goods, and that would not be the case if they vetted their supplier. And once you get suspended for that, there's no way you're getting back on Amazon. So it's very important that you vet your supplier properly.
Yeah, you want to date them before you marry them. So take some time with that, place smaller orders, ramp it up. Ramp up the relationship, and it'll grow. So the next thing is then, it's just general questions you're gonna ask them. Really, you wanna know how you're gonna pay them. Do they accept credit cards, ACH, wire? Do you have to pay before it gets shipped? Is it cash on delivery? Just kind of get some idea of how you're gonna be paying them. Shipping, is it free shipping? Do they need you to set up the shipping yourself? Can they handle it for you? Do they only need pallets worth of shipments, or can they ship smaller boxes? So you kind of just want to get a general idea of how they operate. And then last thing is lead times. Lead times, what that is how long is it going to take from the time you place that order for it to get to you? We have some supplies that it could take, 8 to 10 weeks.
8 to 10 weeks.
And sometimes it's the same week, and sometimes it's next day. So you definitely want to know that, because that's going to help you frame how much you're ordering, when you're ordering, and general thought process is the shorter lead time, usually the better, because that means that your sales data is going to be a little more accurate.
Absolutely. Especially for payments, you're going to assume that everyone takes credit card nowadays because it's 2023.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised how many vendors don't take credit cards. So definitely ask them that. Then you're gonna place a 5K order. You don't have the cash for it because you assume you'll pay for credit card. And now you just look bad from the supplier in your first order. Trust me, that supplier's not gonna call you or work with you again. Yeah. And in terms of shipping, if you're prepping from your house and the supplier is shipping, you have to ask your supplier will they ship in residential areas, because some trucks cannot fit or won't go to residential areas, or your carrier if you're gonna arrange your own shipping. So that's very important. But yeah, those two you definitely need to look into, and lead time is very important as well.
Next step, once you have the account open, you have the general idea of how they accept payments, how they ship, lead times. Now you want to look at the catalog and the pricing. What that means is, do they have any discounts? Do they have volume discounts? Do they have monthly promotions? Do they have an in-stock list versus what you need to order? Just an idea of what kind of products they have and what that pricing is going to look like.
To get the most out of these catalogs, you have to work with your supplier, and you have to understand your supplier doesn't know anything about Amazon. Don't ask them Amazon questions, don't ask them about bundles, but you have to really dissect that catalog and go with them with questions so they can help you. Don't ask them for help because they're not gonna know where to start. You have to go with them with information like, hey, I need this product. I see that you have this product. Can I get this product? Can I get it at this pricing? So go with them with information, and I promise you they'll be more inclined to help you.
Some sellers take the easy route and they just message a supplier, hey, can I open an account? Right? Supplier doesn't know anything about you, like, what do you want? And you haven't even spent time on their website seeing what brands they offer. So definitely do a little background research to see what they offer, what category, what brands you might have interest in before you contact them, so you can get that conversation going. The last thing you want is a supplier to get on the phone with you and you don't even know what you're talking about, what you want from them. It's a waste of time for both parties.
Absolutely. And know the PO format your supplier wants, right? There's suppliers who want certain information on their purchase order opposed to other suppliers. So ask the supplier, hey, how would you want your PO format? What information would you like to see? How can I make your life easier so I could get this order processed faster?
You want to make their life as easy as possible to start off with. The thing about suppliers, they get reached out to a bunch of people. A lot of people don't do business, waste their time. You want to make sure that you have everything in order for them to be able to provide you with that information as quickly as possible. So do your research, have everything in order for them, have everything in place to place that first order.
And find out what their schedule to get, their in-stock schedule is. Some suppliers will restock every Tuesday, every Wednesday. So that's very important too, because we do have suppliers that have lead times of 4 weeks, 6 weeks, but sometimes they'll have stuff in stock that they wouldn't even tell us about unless we reached out to them and asked them. So, and the magic for in-stock list is you get it faster, so you ship it out faster, and your money turns faster. So that's why in-stock lists are very important.
And one thing we want to mention is don't ask for the moon. Like, you have the ability to ask suppliers for discounts. Be careful about how you do that. Don't ask for 20, 30, 40% discounts. They don't even know you. They haven't done any business with you, right? Try to make it work. to start off. You want to provide as much value to them as possible, and the less you ask from them, the more valuable you are to their business to start off with. Once you have a better track record, then you can start asking for more things like net 30, different payment terms, bigger discounts. But to start off, try to do your part to make their process as easy as humanly possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's very important as well. Just, the first order is more for a proof of concept, right? Because as with every Amazon seller that's 8 figures, 7 figures, 6 figures, they all didn't think there'll be a 6 figure, 7 figure, 8 figure Amazon seller when they first placed their first wholesale order, because it's bizarre just thinking about making money online, especially as I mentioned earlier. As I was placing those turkey steaks order, I'm like, who's gonna order turkey steaks from Amazon? Who's gonna order turkey steaks from Amazon? Like, that's insane. But trust the numbers. There's software, there's data. Trust the numbers and have faith.
Yeah. And if you have to go a little bit under your profit margin to start off, if you see the potential, we suggest you go ahead and place that order so you can start building that relationship, making those mistakes, making some profit in your business so that you can start negotiating with them at a later stage.
And I'll leave you with this. At the end of the day, this is not an e-commerce business. This is a relationship business.
Yeah.
The better your relationship is with your supplier, the more success you're going to see in this business.
Yeah. This is the last step. This is a crucial step, is relax. Speaking from personal experience, first order is definitely scary. Like we said at the beginning, you just send money to someone, you probably don't have a face on them. You don't know what's gonna happen. But from our 3.5 going on 4 years right now, we haven't had a bad experience with any supplier. We spend time vetting them. We spend time asking these questions, getting on the phone with them, getting to know them, finding out all about them. Sometimes even go on Facebook and go find them on their name, go check their LinkedIn, make sure they're legit. But after you place that first order, just take it easy. You did your part. You did what you could do. Now it's time to start making some money for your business.
Absolutely. Very important to relax. You could easily drive yourself crazy in this business. Just know everything works itself out if you just stay consistent and persistent.
Yeah. So there you go. You place your first order. Hopefully you're gonna make some money on this one. Even if you don't, just understand that you know a whole new skill set that most people on this planet don't know. I think the stats are what? 90% of Amazon sellers fail in their first year. So it's a pretty high number. But as long as you follow these guides, stay calm, stay relaxed, and stay focused, you'll be all right. You'll make money.
Absolutely.
If you have any questions for us, you want to learn more, we have our free course coming out shortly. Stay tuned for that. But if you have any questions at all, leave us a comment, DM us, just let us know how we can help.
Thank you, guys.